I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome. It is another episode of Colby Rebel live tonight in studio right here in Burbank at UBN. So excited for tonight's show. And again, we bring you an international star here right in the studio. So there's so much to talk about tonight. A lot of things coming up. We have Halloween coming up, which is such an opportunity to tap into spirit, tap into the moons, the energy, the realms. That veil is ever so thin this time of the year. So it's such a great opportunity for you to dive into your own spiritualism, your own belief, connecting to your own loved ones, and to do it without fear, to do it with love, to do it with care, and let yourself play with it a bit. As most of you know, I just got back from New Jersey. It was my grandmom's 90th birthday, and we had a blast. It was so much fun being around everyone and seeing my family. I have the best family, so we had just the greatest time. And my grandmom just looks amazing. So if you haven't seen her, check my Facebook. She looks good. I'm hoping I have her genetics. But anyhow, we had a really great time and connecting. So, but tonight, lots going on here. We have an amazing guest. We're going to talk about a special card deck that she put out. But before we get started, there's a couple events coming up, as I always like to mention. This weekend in LA is the 2-day platform event. So this is a really great class if you're looking to kind of read in front of more than one person, a group of people. That could be a small group. It could be a large group. It could be an audience. It could be a spiritualist church. But whatever that audience is, this workshop really helps you to build your confidence and to kind of help you know where you're going, that direction, and to not be intimidated. And that when you get a no, how do you turn it into a yes? How do you understand what you're receiving? Because it can be so confusing and a lot of pressure. So just let yourself, you can learn and hone and dive in. So that's our 2-day workshop. It's in LA. It's almost sold out though. So if you want to grab a spot, dive in. Don't wait to do that. You can always send a message if you want to take it and let me know. And then coming up on November 3rd is our Sunday Spirit Service. So that is going to be on the 3rd this month because the following weekend I'll be in Texas. But the 3rd, we have amazing mediums working. We have Jules Davis, who is going to give us a great talk on healing from trauma. We have Jennifer Phillips, Shelley Sanders, and Ed Torres. They're professional mediums in the area, and they're going to be giving messages. So what's really great about this, if you are in LA, I highly recommend that you come and attend in person. But if you're not, we live stream it. So you always get a chance to watch it and to be a part of it. And then we have the Sunday, the Spirit Development Circle that's coming up at the end of November. So if you are, again, in LA, this is in person, but you have a chance to really exercise and practice. We have a lot of things. Really, people build friendships that last a lifetime in it. So that's a really great opportunity as well. But for those of you who are not in LA or outside and kind of want to learn in that one-on-one forum, I am doing my private mentoring. That's going to start in December. So it's 4 weeks and we get to work on any area. So whether you're beginner, intermediate, advanced, whether it's a business plan, whatever you want is where we will focus. Now you do get homework, but it's great. It's only open to 6 people and I believe there's only 3 spots left. So if that's something you've been thinking about, like let's say you kind of think you have gifts, but you don't know how or what to do. This is a great chance because, we're going to work at your level. So it's really, really fun. You can't miss out. So anyhow, getting to our guest tonight, I had this wonderful opportunity to meet this beautiful light worker last year. As you know, I went to Australia and it was really great. And I got to work with Reese Wynn Davies and we had a blast. And then there I met this medium, psychic medium, light worker, healer, lots of things. And she was just so beautiful and so caring and so light. And she had just put out this card deck. So it was super interesting. And I thought, I should have her on the show because I think so many people would connect and relate to her. And this deck that she created was just incredible and beautiful and so well done. So anyhow, it's taken a while to organize it with the schedules and everything. So I'm so happy that she's finally with us and able to join us. It is our nighttime, but actually for her, it's in the morning. So what I'd love to do is tell you about our guest this evening. She has a degree in social work and counseling from the University of Queensland. She's a teacher of metaphysics. What I love about her is that compassionate nature, and she really helps her students connect with their true nature and awaken their own abilities, which is always nice, and helps them communicate with their own loved ones on the other side. She is, a professional psychic medium, professional grief and loss psychotherapist. So if anyone understands grief, the stages of grief, how to recover from grief, how to help someone give them the next steps, she is truly an expert in that field. And, she has a vision and it's beautiful. And it really is to give people in the world the tools that they need to bridge that gap between this world and the next. We say the other side of the veil, those in the spirit world, all of that is kind of what we call it. But let me please give a warm welcome to our guest this evening, Dolores Palavra. Hi, Dolores. How are you?
Hi, Colby. Thank you so much for such a warm introduction. I feel truly blessed. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I'm so happy to have you on tonight. I know our watchers and listeners are excited to have you as well. And, this is really incredible because you've done so much work to already bridge that gap and to already help facilitate and give others those tools. What inspired you to work as a psychic medium?
Wow. It was an incredible experience, actually. I was just shy of my 18th birthday and a little bit sad, actually. My uncle had passed over, but he was the kind of person who was really larger than life. And what happened was that first evening, he actually came to me in a very vivid dream and wanted to tell me that everything would be okay, that he was fine, and to let my mum, his sister, know that he was okay. So this was really my first experience of the afterlife. And because I hadn't had the opportunity to say goodbye to him, he was overseas at the time on a holiday. And I sort of said to him, well, if you could come to me in a dream, I'm wondering if I might be able to see you in person. Now, it took a little bit of time for heaven to negotiate this, but about a year after that, he actually presented himself in a full apparition. And from there on, I guess you could say my quest for mediumship really continued on, and it's been something that I've pursued ever since.
Oh, I love that. That's really, so your uncle really helped you.
He absolutely, he still does. He still does. He was the pinnacle in the creation of the cards, actually.
My grandfather was the first one who came to me. So I find it interesting that it is our family members a lot of times, right, that kind of help get us inspired, that help show us. Now, once your uncle came to you and showed you, were you able to see other spirits more easily? Was it more fluid? What gave you that, like, oh, wait a second, I think I'm connecting to those on the other side?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess what I would do is I'll probably call myself a natural medium because it really just all unfolded for me as a result of my uncle coming through. And then I started to think, well, maybe it is possible to be able to communicate with other people in heaven. And so first, what came through for me was the psychic connections. And I would start to do readings for others, using oracle cards and tarot. And what was really phenomenal for me was that loved ones started coming through in the tarot deck. And so this wasn't something that I was aware that you could do. And so basically from there, I started researching and reading every tarot book under the sun to see if there had been any literature about, how to communicate, with heaven using the tarot. And of course, I came up short. And as they say, if you're looking for something and it doesn't exist, it's probably because you're the one who's meant to create it.
Yeah, so true, right? So true. So the Keys to Heaven Tarot, that is your deck, it's just stunning and it's beautiful. And you could tell you put so much of your heart and soul, but it was also spirit driven. Would you agree? Were you getting downloads from spirit about it?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I was just in awe. It's something that, you're the conduit. You are receiving energy. It's from spirit, through spirit, for spirit. So for me, just some of the concepts and the ideas that were coming through, I was just gobsmacked. I couldn't believe it. So, like, for example, one of the ideas that I was told to do was to actually create the letters of the alphabet, which are actually replicated evenly 3 times in the deck. Because, of course, there's 78 cards in the deck, 26 letters in the alphabet. And I thought, oh, that can't be a coincidence. How did that happen to fit in so evenly? And the reason for the letters in the deck, of course, is once you've actually pulled out a few cards, what happens is that Spirit will allow you to actually spell a direct message via forming an anagram. So that was one of the experiences which blew me away.
Oh, I love that. Isn't it kind of neat how you do something and it's almost like you're following instruction without necessarily being conscious of it. And then you're done. You're like, that's quite clever, guys. That's very clever of you.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't take any credit for it. I just said, wow, that is so cool.
Yeah. So now do me a favor, if you don't mind. This is a deck that is dedicated to mediumship. But if you don't mind, share with us a little bit about what the deck is about and how can someone use this deck for their own purposes?
Yeah, absolutely. So traditional tarot has been used for psychic readings. So any questions that you might have, you're able to receive a message. Usually you would do that doing a particular spread. So with the actual cards, I have also got a 200-page book, which allows you to be able to see some of the spreads that might be able to help you with, various questions that you might have. So for example, anybody who knows how to use the traditional tarot would have no problem in using the deck psychically. With regards to the mediumship, basically what it's been designed to do is if you do want to communicate with heaven, the cards have been infused with that angelic heavenly energy, which is a portal. It allows you to connect directly with heaven simply by asking. So what happens, for example, is when a question will be asked, simply just going and shuffling the cards, getting drawn to which ones in the deck you would like to pull out. And a lot of what the tarot is really communicating with the subconscious mind. So it really allows you to, get out of your own way, to put ego aside because you've got the cards there and they're talking directly to you through the images.
I love that. That's wonderful. So what we could do, if you're open to it, we could take some callers on air and you could use those cards. Now, can the callers ask a psychic question for the cards or is it more of a mediumship question for the cards?
Well, let's see how we go. Let's see who's calling up and who's coming through. So definitely, psychic questions. I've got my cards right here ready to go. And we'll also see what Spirit has to say from the other side. And I know, Colby, I've been watching you now on this live broadcast of yours, and it's absolutely fabulous. You're such a great medium. So I'm really looking forward to sharing with you.
This is going to be really fun, and I can't wait, Dolores. Oh, we have so many callers in queue. We will do the best I can, everybody. So everybody out there, here's the rules. I know half of you are gonna repeat the rules to me. I love you guys. Remember, everybody, shut off those outside noises. No ringing, dinging, blinging. No speakerphone at all. Make sure that phone is nice up and close to that beautiful ear of yours that you're so proud of. And ask your question. What is that question specifically? Is it about an area of your life, a job, relationship, family, any of those things? If you are looking to connect to that loved one, just let us know which loved one that is. Dolores and I are going to tag team on that part of it. We're going to dive in. We're going to have fun. And here we go. So remember, listen to your area code, everybody, because here we go. You ready, Dolores?
Definitely. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. So how about number 4? Is that 484? Okay, here we go. 484, you are on the air.
Hi, I'm so excited. Thank you, Colby.
Hi there, sweetheart. What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. Well, you are on the air with Dolores and myself. What can we do for you tonight?
It's really interesting that I kind of came upon you tonight because I'm starting kind of like a group therapy thing tomorrow with I don't know if she's not a medium, but she's into Reiki and spiritualism, and she's just going to go through and help us try to clear blocks.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
More and more I'm sorry, more and more I'm coming across things that are more like spiritual, like clearing blocks and meditations. And I'm kind of wondering, like, I feel like I'm trying to help people, and I'm an occupational therapist, but I feel like my career is going to change a little bit, hopefully.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
So, Elizabeth, let's talk about that a little bit, because I actually kind of love where you are, and I love honestly what's coming up for you. Dolores, what's happening with Elizabeth, right? She's clearly being guided by spirit, right? There's a lot of things coming up, probably a lot of synchronicities. So why don't you see if you can tune in to kind of see maybe if the spirit's got a message for her, that spiritual path, because again, there's no denying that spirit not only kind of put her in that class to release blocks, but then she came across us tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Elizabeth, hi. I just want to say you're an absolute sweetheart. I can feel your energy already. You are such a loving and giving soul. I want to say to you at the moment, the card I've just drawn for you, I don't know if you can see it at the moment, but it's actually called Spiritual Awakening.
Oh, oh my gosh, see?
Synchronicity, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth, your beautiful soul is learning and growing and evolving, and you are stepping into your power every day. What I want to say to you at the moment is that it's really, really important that you trust your gut and you trust your guidance. I have a message from heaven directly saying to you, I am guiding you. And I know that at the moment you are feeling a little bit confused with what to do and where to go. You are a natural born healer. Being an occupational therapist is attuned to that. I want you to know that you are definitely on the right track. It's really, really important that you allow yourself to trust your intuition, to trust your gut, and to allow yourself to be that healer that you are. Please don't compare yourself to others. It's really, really important that you are your own person. And the other thing that I really need to say to you, it's so important at this time for you to although you are seeking guidance, please don't put any of your teachers on pedestals, or think that anybody else can do something better than you. We are all just at different parts of our journey. So I really need you to know that you are very capable of achieving everything that your heart desires. You are doing so much good for the world already, and stepping into your spiritual power and energy will allow you to do even more of that.
Oh, I love that, Elizabeth. And also,
Thank you,
Elizabeth,
thank
you know, the fact that she pulled that card, spiritual awakening, it's like a knock at the door, right, honey? Also, it's so crazy. I feel like there's a grandparent in spirit that is that one also guiding you from above. So would you also have a grandparent in spirit, sweetheart?
I have two. I have a grandfather and a grandmother.
Well, what's interesting, I felt this was more the grandfather because, you know, I kind of had a male energy around this, which is also interesting because for myself, like I was telling Dolores, I had my own grandfather come to me when I was 4, but I keep feeling like your grandfather has been around you a lot. I'm not sure if you've been thinking about him or feeling him, but I can see him helping you open up the doors to this as well. So does that make sense to you, honey?
Yeah, I know he would always help me out.
Okay.
I think I definitely felt after he passed, like I felt his hand on my hand for maybe a week, because he would do that, you know, at the table. And I know he tried to send us messages that he's with us, my sister and I.
Well, what's really interesting is I believe that as you keep growing and developing, you're going to open up those doors of communication more and more with him. Okay. And he definitely gives me a sense of being around, and there's definitely a sense, I don't know if he was a smoker or there's lung issues with him, but I keep hearing him.
He had congestive heart failure.
Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. But he keeps saying, I can breathe so easily now.
Oh, good.
Also, is there somebody with an R name? I don't know if it's him, like a Roger or a Raul, or if you understand that name connected to someone in the family, but I see an R.
My grandfather who's living is Roger.
Okay, got it. Okay, perfect. So, you see that? They're like these pillars for you. Do you understand that? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's showing like he's in sync and also acknowledging Roger as well. Okay. I just feel like for you, sweet pea, I think Dolores is so right on where it's about you trusting and celebrating and stepping into your own path. And you don't have to make any decisions right now. As you're taking this workshop, I want you to really just enjoy it. I don't want you to even think about necessarily where your career is going or what it needs to be. I don't think it's time for you to decide yet. I really feel like this is just an awakening for you. And, you know, her deck is so right on that, you know, that's something you might even want to get for yourself. You can start playing with them as well. But definitely take some classes. Definitely start letting yourself engage and indulge a little bit. I have a feeling it's going to freak your family out a little bit, or maybe just your mom, because I don't know, she's like so a little like, uh-oh. But I do feel like they're going to get acclimated.
My mom passed, but I know she would be supportive. But my mom's side of the family is very
a little religious
oriented.
Yeah, are they a little religious or a little like about this?
Not religious, but I feel like they're very not open.
Okay.
Like I feel like my mom would have been more spiritually open.
All right. So just know then your mom is definitely with you. It's funny though, because your mom had your grandfather step in first. Okay. So, but just know that your mom is there, and your mom has that support, and your mom has that angelic. Your mom is very light and angelic, right? So she's got that flow with her. I don't know. Did she wear flowy clothes, or because I keep seeing like when her arms raise, everything just tends to flow with her.
I was 4 when she passed, but from pictures I've seen like dresses
and all.
And
so here's one thing, and then we'll let you go. But one thing to kind of what's interesting about this is I made a point to tell you about my grandfather who connected and talked to me at the age of 4, and then you were 4 when your mom made her transition. So I definitely feel that there's a connection there. I definitely feel that she's around you and she's talking to you. But it's interesting that she's making sure that there's a father figure, a male like your grandfather, also helping you as well. Okay. And one last thing, is there an Elizabeth? Oh, you are Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Is there an L name like a Linda as well then, or
Lois?
Oh,
my aunt.
okay, got it. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. So I just feel like, and is there an Angela or an Angelique, or because your mom keeps saying Angel,
Angel.
or a Marie?
My aunt is an angel.
Okay.
I think she would say my aunt is an angel.
Okay, there you go. So it's just letting you know that she's around you and she's with you. And Dolores, do you feel the same way, honey?
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. I know that at the moment, Elizabeth, you were saying that, you were looking for what's sort of coming up for you next. And the card that I've got coming through is actually a 3 of body. And what it's referring to is that you will be allowing yourself to evolve and to progress along the spiritual journey with other people. I actually feel, and what I see for you, and heaven is very strongly supporting this, is that you will be actually opening your own practice where you will be merging the clinical and the spiritual, you know?
Oh, I love that. Isn't that fun?
Yes, that sounds great.
Yeah. So, and then, I don't know what this is. Your mom keeps showing you hanging something, like something is hanging, either hanging from a mirror, hanging from a lamp, but it's of your mother's. Do you carry a photo of your mother, sweetheart? Or is there something of your mother's that you're carrying around with you?
Hanging. I have some of her jewelry.
Are you hanging something over a lamp? Do you have a necklace or something that's hanging over? I can see it draping over. That's all I'm seeing. I know you do.
I don't. Yeah, I gotta find out. Find out what this is.
Here's what I want you to do. It's either in the car or over a mirror or in your bedroom. I see it. I feel like it's connected to a light, something that's reflective of light, and it's hanging over it. So I want you to look like she's drawing me to it so clearly, and you see this. I think you look at this all the time, is what she's telling us. So I want you to figure it out, because she's letting us know that that's how she's letting you know she's with you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Huh. You don't recognize it right off the bat? You're driving me crazy. It's not over a bedpost. Go in. Where's your bedroom? Are you near your bedroom?
I'm sitting on the bed right now.
All right. Now look around you. There's got to be something of hers right around you, because she keeps showing it to me, and it's right in the bedroom. It's got to
Elizabeth, prayer bead. Think of like a religious emblem. It's like a prayer bead.
Maybe it's a rose or it's something hanging over her.
There's a pink rose next to my bed.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's a religious it's, hold on one second, this might get really funny. I think it's a Mother Mary thing. No, God, there's Mother Mary on the mirror, and then it says, God moves in mysterious ways. His wonders to perform. He plants his footsteps in the sea and rides upon the storm. I don't know if that's it.
That's it. Thank you. I feel so much better. So she's guiding you. Do you see that? Do you see how she was so specific about your own bedroom?
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, so she's with you. I think that this is like what Dolores is saying too, is letting you know she's right with you. And like Dolores said, it was religious. That's what we were feeling. So anyhow, I hope that's helped, sweetheart. You've got such a beautiful future. You keep diving in, train, open up, and you've got this. Okay, baby?
Thank you so much. I very much appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, Dolores, thank you. That was really good. Right? Couldn't you feel that her mom was like kind of pushing us to say, here, here, here?
Absolutely. And I could feel you, Colby. You're like, come on, I need you to see it.
Yeah. I was like, it's looking right at you.
And I said, it's like a rosary,
Yes.
Mother Mary, religious emblem. We got there.
We got there. We finally got there. Thank you. Thank you. All right. How about another caller? Let us do number 8714. Hey, 714, you are on the air.
Hi. I knew I was going to get on because my daughter's name was Elizabeth. So even if I didn't get to talk to you, I knew that last.
Oh, how sweet.
Oh, God, I'm so excited.
Oh, well, what's your name, honey?
My name is Karen.
Hey, Karen, what can we do for you tonight?
Well, I'd just like to know how she is.
Your daughter, Eliz. Oh, so Dolores, is that not incredible that Karen, let me just tell you how Spirit, and I do hope our little Elizabeth is still listening with us, because Dolores, how incredible is this? We have a daughter who called in who lost her mother, and her daughter's name's Elizabeth. Now we have a mother whose daughter has transitioned, and her name is Elizabeth, and they're back to back.
Oh, my God. I knew it. As soon as she said her name, I did. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yes. So, Dolores.
I'm so happy I'm crying.
Well, let us talk, honey bunny, and then we'll connect with you, okay? So, Dolores, here's, let me start first, and then Dolores can kind of chime in. Does that sound good, Dolores?
Okay.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I am receiving some information from Elizabeth already.
Well, share it with us, honey.
Sure. Okay. Well,
please do.
A couple of things. At the moment, I'm really feeling your pain. What I'm seeing is that you're having a really, really difficult time of letting go. I'm seeing all of your beautiful Elizabeth's, photos and things that remind you of her, almost shrine-like in your home. She is well. She loves you. She's with you. I want to ask you, I've actually received the card Libra, but Libra is actually also talking about the time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. Could you please tell me, do you know why I would be wanting to mention this date to you?
That's her birthday, October 9th.
Oh, look at that.
That is your confirmation to know that we have Elizabeth here. That is so beautiful. I couldn't have proven that better myself. Thank you, angels. Thank you, heaven. Thank you, Elizabeth. I am so happy that we could pass that message on to you.
Yeah, and I keep feeling your daughter keeps showing me flowers, like lots of flowers.
Oh, yes.
Do you understand that?
She was a flower.
Yeah, and I even feel like a ring of flowers. So even at her celebration of life, did you have like a ring of flowers, or do you put a wreath up for her, something like that?
It was a beautiful ring, and I just put a beautiful little wreath of white roses with one red in the middle.
Oh my God!
She's been gone 5 years.
She knows this.
I know you're.
Do you see this?
I
You
miss
realize
her so.
she knows this. She knows you've done this, Mom. She sings. So was she also a singer in the living? Because I hear her singing.
She did. And I have a horrible voice, and she had the most beautiful voice. And I miss her. And her daughter misses her. But
I saw Mary Poppins. So I saw Mary Poppins. Is the name Mary in the family, or is Mary Poppins significance?
Well, Mary Poppins, my grandmother was Mary.
Oh, got it. Okay, got it. So she's letting us know. And I do, Dolores, don't you feel like, I got to tell you, Karen, I feel such a sense of celebration with your daughter. Like your daughter wants everything high. She wants everything excited. Like she's always optimistic, always excited. Is that right too, Dolores? Is that what you get?
100%. The card is celebration of life.
Oh, God. And I am so happy.
Well,
I'm coming to Southern California.
Hang on, Karen.
Butterflies, that's her, right?
Say it again, Dolores. Karen, hang on 1 second, sweetheart. Go ahead, Dolores.
She's sending you signs through nature. She's sending you butterflies. You know that's your daughter, right?
Oh, there you go.
I do. We don't ever have butterflies until I go outside and they come.
Look at that. How beautiful is that? So I really do.
So beautiful.
And she knows how well her daughter is doing.
Yeah, but did you legally adopt her daughter? Is that what happened?
Well, no, but her daughter was starting her senior year in high school, and we just all kind of formed a circle of love around her and just pulled her through, and she's just out of college now, and we're so proud.
Yeah, your daughter, though, let me tell you, Elizabeth says thank you, Mom. So she makes me feel like you took responsibility, or that you really mothered her in the way that she needed, because she's saying thank you so much, Mom. Thank you so much for taking care of my baby. And the one weird thing about your granddaughter, all I saw were bubbles.
Yep.
So I don't.
Both of them. They're bubbles, both of them.
Okay, because I think she's either blowing bubbles, or again, there's that celebration. So just knowing.
Oh, we had bubbles at her celebration. I just thought of that. Oh my God.
There you go.
And that was my granddaughter's idea. So, Lord in heaven.
See, so
well, can you just tell me that she passed over peacefully because I wasn't here?
Oh, to me, we'll see what Dolores gets. I get an absolute sense of peace. I literally actually get a sense of closing my eyes. So there's just a sense of closing my eyes and waking up on the other side. Like it feels to be very tranquil to me.
And I know she's so happy, so that's what's so hard. I wouldn't want her back, but I do.
Yeah, but I have to tell you, she's a shining light, and she did her job. She did, it's hard because, we do want our loved ones with us forever in the physical. But
we do.
But I always say this, Karen, I always say this. We come into the physical world with homework, right? We kind of have homework. It's called life, right? Life assignments. And some of us are just better students, right? We get our work done. And I think
she did.
She was just a better student than you and myself and Dolores, because we're all still here.
Yeah.
And
she did. Thank you.
You're welcome. And lots of love to you. And Dolores, thank you so much, because that was incredible. So we both send you lots of love.
Okay, thank you so much, and God bless you both.
Bye-bye.
And spirit.
Thank you. Yes, well done.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Dolores, isn't that amazing? So, listen, we got to talk about how crazy, this has been so crazy already, how spirit works, right?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and the thing, too, is, what they're giving you and how well your cards are so connected to the spirit realm. That's unbelievable, right?
It is. I pinch myself daily. I really do. I just look at it, and so what I've actually done, the reason why the Libra card had come out earlier, you remember in traditional tarot, you would have the knights, the queens, and the kings. Mm-hmm. Well, Spirit told me to actually change these cards into the zodiac. So it's the 12 spirit zodiac. And not only did they tell me to represent the energy and the persona of the star sign, but they also told me it was very important to put in the dates at the bottom of the card. So the reason why is because Spirit wants us to know that something happened at a particular time. So it gives us this time frame. And so what happens for me is that when the card comes out and I'm able to define the date, or, just within that 30-day period, it really helps to provide that additional closure and proof. It's evidential.
Yes.
Yeah, so I love that, and it amazes me all the time.
Well, I love it too. So just for you guys out there, the cards, you can actually get them on Amazon. So because since Dolores is in Australia, but you actually can purchase them on Amazon. How about we take another caller, Dolores? You up for it?
Absolutely.
All right, wonderful. How about we do number 9732? Hey, 732, you are on the air with Dolores and Colby. Who is this?
Hi, Dolores. Hi, Colby. This is Alexandra. I talked to you before.
Hi, Alexandra. How are you?
Good. The reason I'm calling is because I kind of losing my intuition later, or I'm not tapping right away to it. Because
Okay.
I'm passing through a difficult financial situation and my
Yes.
life is not put together right now. It's really stressful for me. I really need money right away. So it's kind of like I'm losing my sense of thinking with my gut, like you said,
Yes.
thinking
Well,
straight and see what's the next step I should take. So
yes.
I'm very confused about what I should do, what I should think, what I should, what
Okay. Okay.
direction
So
I
let us
really
dive in
take.
here, Alexandra. So, one of the things too, Dolores, as you know, right? It's kind of like a wet rag, right? So when you're stressed or when you're worried, it really becomes a wet rag, which makes it very hard to hit that higher vibration that is needed for that intuition and that higher self. Dolores, is there a card that you can pick for Alexandra just to kind of help her kind of know what is spirit trying to tell her? How can she lighten up and lift that vibration even though she's feeling so dark at the moment?
Hi, Alexandra. It's a pleasure to hear your voice. I'm connecting in with your energy now, and I know you've been having a hard time. I want you to know that even though it feels like it's impossible at the moment, I'm being guided to tell you to have faith. Okay, you are going to get out of this energy very shortly. What you need to do in order to help to speed things along is come from a place of gratitude. So, really looking at your life at the moment and saying, what are the things that I am already grateful for? Looking around you, sort of saying, well, I'm happy for the friends that I have. I'm happy for, the food on my plate. I'm happy for, my comfortable belongings that I already possess. When you think and focus on all of the beautiful blessings that you already have, the universe will replicate that because you are manifesting more for which to be grateful for. So it's really important, and I know how hard it is, but it's really, really important to move out of that lack, out of that energy of feeling like you don't have enough, and from that fear. What I want to say to you, the other card that I pulled for you is actually saying that belief transcends form. Please believe that good things are coming to you. Please believe that you're going to be okay. You are a really good person. You help others. You wish the best for others. You're constantly praying for other people, and you are doing such a wonderful thing for others. It's now time to realize that that is all going to come back to you.
Yeah, and I think too,
Okay.
Alexandra, the thing too is, you're right. When you start to feel really desperate, we start to panic and worry. And again, but the thing is the reason your intuition is becoming so clogged is, again, all of that worry. Those are kind of lower vibrational emotions. So do the best you can to sing, to dance, even when it feels dark, because just raising that vibration will help click in that creativity, will help your intuition kick back in. And I will just say, I do feel like you're actually getting a job. Have you been looking for a job, Alexandra? Because I keep seeing a change in employment.
Keep looking, but I didn't find nothing yet.
Okay, do what Dolores said. We need you to kind of put on your optimistic hat, your gratitude hat, and because I really feel like there's a job coming forward that you're able to, but I want you to start working on that high vibration when you submit for that job, okay? Also, are you doing
Okay.
caretaking? Are you doing anything where you're helping either elderly people or helping care or anything like that? What do you do for work?
No, actually, I'm doing secretary job. Is not what I want to do.
Right.
That's why I'm looking for another job that is different from that field because I like to help people. So
Yes.
I'm searching, but I
Yes.
didn't find nothing yet.
I agree. I agree 100% with you that, finding a career in which you can help people. So just look at things of any sort of help. How can you help? Is it with health care? Is it a home health aid? It doesn't have to be a lifelong decision at this point. It just has to be a decision in the right direction, and allow the universe to bring it to you rather than thinking so specifically as to what it needs to be. Just saying, listen, universe, I want to help others. Show me the position that's right for me, and I will be open to it. And I do feel like that's going to step forward. I don't think you have too much longer to wait, sweetheart. So work on the things Dolores said, and we are wishing you a lot of luck. Okay, honey?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You got it. You got this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right.
Thank you.
Dolores, we have time for one more quick one, honey. Quick one.
Okay.
You got it? Let's do this, guys. All right, everybody. Next caller. How about we do number 14518? Hey, 518, you are on the air. Who is this?
Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. What can Dolores and I do for you this evening?
I'm looking for someone to connect with, specifically, who I lost this year.
Who would you like to connect with, honey?
She was my best friend of almost 50 years.
Okay, got it. So, Dolores, she's got her best friend. Now, I'm sorry, what was your name again, sweetheart? Oh, Suzanne. Okay, got it. You know what? I'm kind of curious. Was your friend a little more outgoing or bossy or something like that?
That's putting it mildly.
Because I'm sitting there saying, what was your name again? She goes, she just told you it was Suzanne. I'm like, oh my goodness. There's like a very outgoing personality with her. Is that right? Like she's just...
There was not a shy bone in her body.
But even like, I even get a little bit of that East Coast feel. Maybe it's just like, oh my gosh, she would hug you. She made everybody feel comfortable. She just come in like a storm is the sense I'm getting, you know?
Absolutely. That was her.
But I also feel like there's illness connected to her because I see her being ill prior to her passing. Is that correct? Like cancer or something like that. Is that right?
Yes.
Because she is a bull. Like she is a bull though. Like I think I gotta be honest. I don't feel like she thought. I really feel like in her mind she was going to beat this cancer. I really do. I feel like for her it was no match. I just feel like she was ready to fight, but I feel like the diagnosis came too late is what happened.
Yep. Okay. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, she's strong though. Dolores, do you get how strong she is? This lady is so strong.
Absolutely. She's absolutely such a beautiful, beautiful, strong energy behind her. You know, because of who she was in life, she gave you courage. She gave you confidence in yourself. And I know why you miss her so much. She's talking about a letter. She's talking about a letter that the two of you have exchanged, okay? And she wants you to remember that she's already said everything in that. She's also talking to you about the music. Like you're getting in the car, you're turning on the radio, and you know it's her. She's playing your song, okay? And the other thing that she wants to mention to me really quickly is she's talking about the energy of Pisces. She's talking about the month of February 19 until March 20. Does that relate for you?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Good.
And what?
And I have found she passed like 4 months ago, and I have found feathers every single day.
Oh, I love it.
I've made a feather tree. 3 of them have been white feathers.
Do you have a black one?
Multicolored.
There's a black one. Did you see the black one yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, you know what's really funny is I have a white Bichon, and he went out one day in the yard and came back to me, and he had a black feather on his face.
That one definitely was her. That one, private mess. And let me just share with you, because unfortunately we're running out of time, but I am glad we got you in here, Suzanne. I gotta tell you, I don't know if it's me, but I really feel like she has a potty mouth. Does she like?
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I have to I keep saying to her. She's talking to me, and I keep saying to her, "This is a G-rated show. I can't say that on air." And then she gives me an answer, and then I said, "No, I can't say that either." And then she gives me a response to that. So she's super funny. But very much a potty mouth. And I do know that black feather came from her. And then is there a Michelle connected anywhere, or the M name as well connected, whether or not be with her or someone around you guys?
Well, I call her mother my mom. That's an M.
Okay. There's something about the name Maxine or Michelle or something like that. So I'm not quite sure, and unfortunately we're running out of time, but maybe hold on to that.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Okay, I do know she's sending you lots of love, and I know Dolores kind of got that as well. Is that right, Dolores?
Absolutely. And hey, she's having a glass of vino and she's in paradise. Okay? Do not be worried about her. She's living it up.
There you go.
No. I'm the wine girl. She's the martini girl. But we always had a good time.
Well,
so
there you go.
So much.
Knowing she's with you. So lots of love to you, Suzanne.
All right. Thank you.
All righty. Dolores, that is it. That is the time we have. If you can believe it, it goes by so quickly. I do want to take a moment and thank you so much for being on tonight. I really appreciate it. I know our listeners have loved you. Again, everybody, if you're looking for her cards, they're the Keys to Heaven Tarot. You can find them on Amazon. Dolores' website is right there, dolorespalavra.com. Dolores, thank you so much. And maybe I'll see you in February when I get back there.
Can't wait to see you, Colby, and thank you so much for having me on your show. It was amazing.
You're welcome. Have a great day, honey. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.